What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Vergil here, and welcome back to another episode here on Dragon Ball Legends. Today, I'm going to be bringing to you guys my 4th anniversary tier list. We have every single LF in the game. We have every single Ultra, summonable, and free-to-play. And then we got a couple of 1% sparking units that are worth mentioning for this meta, or just that are significant and recent in drops, right? So the last time I made one of these videos was for the androids on their release. I got to test them out for a couple days, and then I made the vid. It's been a couple days since the 4th anniversary has released. Mui Goku, the 1% Vegeta, I've got to test them out quite a bit. The Mui Goku a little bit more, so I do have quite an understanding of how he is going to be ranked, and I'm going to be giving you guys my honest opinions. This is how I like to do these tier lists. Obviously, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Even though he's my favorite unit in the game, I'm going to give you guys really what I believe all these units should stand. And I'm a regular top 100 ranking PvP player, so I do hope I would be a little bit credible when judging, rating these units. So do let me know what you guys think of my takes, and of course, everything is opinionated, so let me know your guys' takes as well if you guys do agree with some and do disagree with some of them. But before we jump in, make sure to drop a like. It does help out the video a ton. I do appreciate it. And subscribe if you guys are new around here. I upload every single day with Dragon Ball Legends content. So let's jump right into it. I got the God rank, Z tier, S+, S, tier 1, tier 2. Start off with probably some easy ones to just throw them on the lower tiers, right? We got just like a really bad one, probably Vegeta, Majin Vegeta. We could just throw him in tier 2, bro. Needs a Zenkai. He doesn't even need he has a platinum equip, I'm pretty sure, right? He has a platinum equip, but we're going to throw him in tier 2. He's just not good. He's not usable on any teams. He's been replaced everywhere. Not good on Vegeta family, not good on Saiyans. It's just an old unit. He's going to get a Zenkai at some point soon because he's one of those older LFs that just need a Zenkai, so definitely on that lower tier compared to a lot of these units. We can throw... Let's do a top one now. Let's go throw Future Gohan. He's probably one of the best aging LFs in the entire game right now. Me, personally, I go back and forth with wanting to use him because he is aging. He's showing a lot of age, but he's over a year old at this point and still being a high, ranking tier. He's S+ tier is where I'm going to put him at. He's excellent support, excellent disruption. He has endurance. Given endurance, you could argue it right now. It's a little bit less valuable considering the droids have anti-endurance. They just nullify endurance for existing. And he's not really there on the team for endurance now, but he is on that main setup with them. He has been since the droids released. Given there's a lot of other setups you could be running the droids on right now, he is, pretty much one of the best aging LF / support units in the game. Wish his damage could be a little bit better. Wish his defenses could be better. He is puddle. He's squishy. You could build him the tank, and he's still, if you ramp up enough with a lot of units there, he's just going to die really fast. So, phenomenal support, though. The disruption's really nice, and the way he, every time he's hit, he's giving damage buffs to his team. So, S+ tier for the Future Gohan. We can throw Rose Goku Black. Honestly, bro, I want to throw him in tier 1, but I know he's just not good anymore, dude. I mean, maybe you can argue with how good Future is right now. Future is literally one of, if not the best teams in the game at the moment. You can argue that he's tier 1, but him individually, bro, is... Goku Black is just not good. Goku Black is literally just not good, bro. And I think he's so bad that he deserves to be in tier 2. So he has, he has that type neutral on the blue card. He has nullify endurance for existing, but that bleed is doing nothing. His damage is non-existent. He can't take a hit to save his life. Rose needs a platinum equipment so badly, and I think he'll be good once he gets one. Hopefully, they'll give him justice similar to how Cell got his justice, right? Even though Cell wasn't bad, he just, now he's like really relevant on Future, etc. on other teams as well. Who do we want to throw in there? Just got a bunch of units to kind of rate right now. I want to throw Gogeta Blue in tier 1. He's another LF that's really old at this point, but he's aged okay. He's not really that great right now. He is an option to have and to use, and compared to a lot of other LFs that have aged, he's aged a lot better. The way he ramps up, the way he fits on God Key being one of the better teams in the game right now. There he is replaced a couple of times over. Kaioken, obviously. We got the evolution Vegeta is just better than him as well. But yeah, Gogeta Blue is not that good anymore, and I would not recommend running him. But he has that good synergy with Vados and the healing, and he could work on certain setups for sure. But definitely needs a Platinum equip minimum for him to actually see any playtime other than you just wanting to have fun in ranked PvP. We could jump into, let's do another decent one. We could throw Revival Gohan. I'd probably throw him in S+. I've seen a lot of, I don't know, I've probably moved him around a lot, depending on the meta, depending on teams, but given how good a lot of his, counterpart setups are, Movies are, Movies is not the best team right now, neither is Hybrids, neither is, what is it, Super Saiyans. They're all like okay / teams at the moment for this meta, and I'm specifically talking about top 100 ranked PvP, or top 1000 at max, right? So everything I'm saying is what I usually see in PvP. Revival Gohan, you normally see him on mono purple setups, and even on them, he's okay. He doesn't take hits nicely, depends really how you build him. He does still a load of damage. His combo potential is really good. AoE green card is really nice. He nukes on his blue depending on how many cards you destroy. I think he's a phenomenal unit still, and probably one of the better third anniversary. Like all 3 third anniversary LFs are actually still really good to this day, so that's really nice. But I would probably give him S or S+. I'm gonna put him in S+ for now. I'm going to definitely put him in S+. We got Vegito Blue. I want to throw him in Tier 1 too, behind Gogeta Blue. Future being one of the best teams in the game. He's slapped on there. Godkey being a really relevant team, slapped on there. His ultimate still hits stupid hard. Everything else, like he has mediocre damage. Blast armor control is really nice. The green card's really nice. Being immune to certain things is really nice. But him in general, his kit is really good. He just has outdated stats. He does need a couple of things that, are relevant for this meta, but I do think since his teams are going to carry him, he could be still used. I've ran into him. He's getting a Zenkai soon, so this is going to change 110%. He's probably going to shoot up to S+ to Z tier with the Zenkai, but right now we're going to put him in Tier 1. We got the new Zenkai SSB LF Vegeta. I'm going to throw him in Z tier. I think he's one of the best, if not the best, green in the game. Alongside, I'm gonna move into the other greens along with the tier list. I don't want to spoil anything immediately, but he's one of the best greens in the entire game. That snipe lock-in is just, very, very powerful. You could just switch into him, pop your main, and you just lock in that character and kill them based on how much you ramp up already. On a lot of Godkey setups, Godkey's still a fantastic team at the moment. Vegeta's very, very good, and he does lack a little bit of things like cover change. He doesn't have any way to nullify getting his combo interrupted, is what I'm trying to say. But his just overall, the way he stacks damage really fast, and if you have the right setup on him, he's going to be hitting really, really hard. And then his main lock-in thing is just a powerful mechanic with itself. He fits on a lot of the best teams in the game. Future, he fits on Godkey. You could throw him on Vegeta Clan. You could throw him on, some other teams there, but his main teams are going to see him on his Future, and you're going to see him on Godkey a lot of the time. So I do think he's worthy of Z, absolutely. Okay, we could throw one of the 1% sparking units. I'm going to do Revival Frieza. He's a very, very valuable unit, and I'm going to throw him on the top of S+ tier. LOE still being one of the best teams in the game. Rising Rush manipulation, the overwhelming support, raw damage, pure equips. Revival Frieza is a menace and a must-have on teams. Revival actually has a lot more value right now, considering how it's a very nullify endurance meta. Even on LOE, you got full power Frieza who nullifies endurance. We got the droids you see every other couple games. Revival Frieza having that revival, and you actually have a second life, which is really good. But other than that, he supports the team. Rising Rush manipulation. He has, I believe he reduces sub counts, I think, too. I don't know his kit by heart, but I know his value is very high. His value is very good. So we're going to throw him on the top of S+ tier. Angel Golden Frieza. I'm going to easily put him, I believe I'm going to put him over the Zenkai SSB Vegeta. Yeah, Golden Frieza is disgusting, bro. Like, as a 1% sparking unit, this dude's literally an LF or an Ultra in disguise. His pure damage. He gets on main, he gets a full hand, he heals pretty much completely. He nullifies cover change, so if you want to just, do a combo and then pop your main and just continue that combo, you can kill so many units. The type neutral on blue, the blue on green card. There's just so many ways to play with this unit, and he shreds, bro. The extra blast damage that he does against blast armor, units like Ultra Gogeta, which you're seeing really commonly now, are just getting shredded. Units disgusting, units broken. Golden Frieza Z tier, undoubtedly. See, this is one unit I have. I'm going to rate Whis right now. This is one unit that I have, or I don't have, excuse me, that I want so badly. And at first, I wasn't really impressed with him, even given he has like insane supports. I'm going to throw him at the top of S tier. I don't see the problem with rating this unit is I've seen him enough to know that he fits on the best team in the game right now, which is, in my opinion, MUI, Droids, and the Whis. The Whis support, the fact that he holds a green card, just the overall support, the mechanic he has where you shuffle your cards and you're unable to see him, reduce in, I believe, card draw speed and key, or like debuffing you. Like, he's just doing insane things, and I personally don't know his kit because by heart I don't have the unit, but I've seen it in play and I've seen the things he does, and he kind of just like is like a sort of a disrupt unit as well. He's similar to Vados in that way. He's like the new Vados, and he's actually good. He can't tank well. He doesn't do a lot of damage, but the fact that he holds a green card for the other units that you bring with him and whatever he does, alongside him, I think he's worthy of top S+ tier. I don't know if he's over LOE or not, but the fact that I can say he's on the best team in the game, I'm going to throw him at the top of S+ tier. Or not. I mean, because that's the only thing he fits on, you know what I mean? That is the only thing he fits on, in my opinion. Like, God Key / with Droids is really good. I'll probably throw him right here for right now. I think I'm going to throw him right there. That's actually a really good spot for him personally. His value is very high. So individually, he's not going to be doing much, but just the overwhelming support that he does have, the fact that he holds a green, I think he's very valuable. And that's why right now I don't have that team. I'm just missing Whis. So, unfortunately, I haven't pulled him off a daily yet. We got the full power LF Frieza. I'm going to throw him in the back of Z tier. This unit's fantastic. He nullifies endurance for existing. Is an AoE blue card. He does so much damage to the entire team. His blue card actually hits like a truck depending on how you build them. The pure damage equips on LOE just shreds. The pure blast damage shreds, bro. The blast armor control, so you have a little bit more control of the field. You get vanish back on main. The utility, the support, LOE is still phenomenal. Very deserving of Z tier. I think, yeah, LOE is still a top team in the game, absolutely. Since we're doing LOE, I'm gonna throw First Form Frieza. It's gonna be hard to rate these with like where Whis is, because like the only reason Whis is up here is because he's a main asset support. Like, him individually is not that crazy, but he's actually super important for a lot of teams. It's the same thing with this Frieza right here. He's okay individually, but the support that this First Form Frieza actually provides, I believe he is core on LOE. He holds a blue card, and if you're doing blue cards with the this guy, the final LF full power Frieza, constant blue cards, you're just doing damage to the entire team at one moment. And if you have damage equips or blue card damage equips, he holds a blue card. Support's ridiculous. The green card as well, lower sub counts. There's so many possibilities. The utility on LOE is ridiculous. So I'm going to put him right here above Whis, behind Revival Frieza. I am doing my best here. We can rate these free-to-play ultras very, very fast. I'm going to put the Goku probably in the back of tier 1. I think he could fit on a pure Saiyan setup, given how good decent Saiyans are right now. I might just throw him up there, and he has his own equipment as well. Pure Saiyan's item. I'm going to throw Vegeta back here. I think he's better than these guys. I'm going to throw him in tier 2, but I think he is better than these two LFs. So we're going to put him in the front of tier 2, please. There we go. And it isn't much, but they're decent options. They're free-to-play units. They're decent options. I think they could be fit on Saiyan teams. This guy could fit on Frieza Force. But yeah, we'll move on to the old LF Beerus. And I think he's core on, he was core on green, green, yellow. I rated him really high because he was good bench. But at this point, he's 100% tier 2. I'm going to put him above Rose. I'm going to put him right there. And I'm liking pretty much where everything's at right now. I really feel like everything is in a good spot. So nothing to move around just yet, because we could always interchange and move things around. I'm going to put LF Broly in the back of Tier 1. LF Broly's just not a good unit right now. And he needs something. He needs love, bro, because he only, I mean, he works on, you could say he works on Super Saiyans, but it's like every Super Saiyan works on Super Saiyans. Like, the crit buffs is ridiculous. It's always going to be crazy. But him as a unit is just, he gets cucked by every single thing in the game right now. He's not worth running on anything. So, not even movies. He's just not worth it. I mean, Angel Golden Frieza will literally one-card him. One-card him with the, you know, his blast armor, right? We could do the Beerus right now. We could do the 1% Beerus. I think this Beerus is insanely valuable, even on teams with the Whis, because they actually interact really well with each other. I believe the whatever mechanic I don't know, because I don't use these units too much, but from what I've seen, the Beerus is actually a combo with Whis on many teams, and I could actually confidently say that he is somewhere in S+ tier. He's actually a really good unit. Kind of squishy, but his just damage is stupid. The fact that Revival is more valuable than Endurance right now, and he nullifies Revival. He locks you in when you're below 50 HP. The green card draws the blue. He has finessed me many times, and depending on how you play him, you could definitely get rid of Revival. That extra life is very clutch. I'm going to throw him somewhere here. I want to throw him above Revival Gohan, I think. And then I'll keep the Future Gohan in front because of how powerful Future is. But yeah, I don't know if I want to lower this First Form Frieza. I feel like First Form is just so good as well. He might be here. First Form might be there. Yeah, I think this is accurate. This is what I believe. The new Vegeta, I'm not insanely impressed, but I will give he is a wall. He still gets shredded. I've seen it. He's not really a threat, but you could still perform decent with him. I'm going to give him S tier. And that's me being generous. He's a good unit. You know, he has a disruption when he gets below 50 HP. He, you know, kills all your cards, and you're able to transform, get some health back, do some other nifty things, but it's not like anything insane. You know, a lot of units really just, you know, droids specifically, they just cuck him, bro. Like a green card into a drop combo into, you know, if you guys seen my showcase, it's literally the first clip, and he gets finessed. And I think he could be good. I just wish he was a Revival unit, and then he would have like a lot more value to me personally. But I'm being nice here. I could easily throw him at the top of Tier 1. I feel like is a more reasonable spot, and that's probably where I should put him. And that's probably where I'm going to put him. I can't, you know, give him the benefit of the doubt there. We're going to put him in the top of Tier 1. FSK, I'm going to give him S tier, I think. S tier. I mean, he's very good. He's always been very good. His last man stand damage is just out of this world. If you have hybrids built very well, you can even argue he's up here, honestly, depending on what. But just for this meta right now, where, you know, whenever I go over units and tier lists, I'm regarding to this current meta. Every unit right now is units that at the top here. Why do you guys think Whis is so high? He's on one of the best teams at this moment. The FSK Gohan isn't being ran in the top 100, top 1,000. I have not run into many hybrid teams. I've not run into many Sun Family teams. And therefore, he is not ran on anything else. So, I'm going to throw him on S tier. Blue Boys, I love to slander these guys. And, you know, I continue to, and I will continue to. I'm going to throw them in S+ tier because they do have, you know, the mono purple. A lot of people still run mono purple. And there's good variants where you could do purple, purple, red, or purple, purple, something. And they're getting a bunch of Zenkai buffs. And the way you build them is to do a lot of blue card damage. And they can do some things. You know, the healing is great. The card draw speed is really good. And they are still, without the support or Zenkai buffs, doing no damage, squishy. But when you're running them on a right setup, they're going to do work. I think they deserve maybe right here. I think right there is where I would place them. Yep, that's perfect. Moving on, we're going to put this guy in the top of Tier 1. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll put him under the Vegeta. I think he was really good for some time now, but at this point, no one is just afraid of this unit. He does pretty decent damage overall, I'm not going to lie, for a free-to-play unit. He's a main on GT as red. But, you know, obviously with leader slot and the way things go, you could just throw a lot of other units in that red position. But he's a good tank. He does good ultimate damage. He has paralyzed, right? But yeah, he's actually a core on red. I know the homie Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta mains GT. He only uses that team, and I believe this Shenron is a core on that setup. But GT not being good, you know, obviously, that I think this Shenron should be in tier 1. The only good GT unit that I'm actually going to put higher up is this Goku right here. He's stupid good individually. You know, GT is not good enough for me to warrant him anything higher, but I'm going to throw him somewhere in S+ tier. He's just individual. He's just really ridiculous, and on the right setup, you compare him on leader slot. There's a lot of Gokus that are really strong. Mui Goku. We got the Kaioken Goku. We got other Sun family units. We have Gogeta 4, which is GT, which we're going to rate soon. But this guy, ridiculous last man stand potential. He has a ridiculous ult damage, blue card damage. He has the cover rescue, which is valuable. A lot of nifty things, but that plat equipment really shot him up. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to put him right here, I think. I'm pretty sure this is where I would consider his value right here. Just because his teams, he should be higher. Like, individually, his damage, like, shoots up over a lot of these guys here. But his team is just not good. His overall main teams are not that good. So, I'm going to throw him there. We got Cell. Honestly, I'm going to put Cell in the front of Z tier at the moment. I do think he's... You know, these are all arguable and interchangeable. With Cell right now, it's Cell and Angel Gold and Frieza feel like they have the same exact kind of value to me. Like, you can really argue which one you want more to put ahead of the other one. But I do think Cell is going to take it. The Platinum item has really shot this guy to different heights. He fits on the best team in the game. I do believe that future, because of droids, because of the Cell, you know, the synergy between this team, they have so much power, bro. And the future Gohan support as well. That's why he's so high. And his play, he probably has one of the most busted plat items in the entire game. So, yeah, the support overall on that team, the droid support, the future Gohan support, his just pure raw damage is ridiculous. So, he deserves that spot on high Z tier. I think Golden Frieza is very, very close. And the Vegeta is right behind him. I don't think he's better than the Golden Frieza or the Cell, though. But yeah, I'm going to put Cell up there. From what I've seen, Future as being the best team. You know, I'd say if LOE was still the best team, then I'd have Angel over it. But you're not using Angel. I mean, like I said, Future is the best team in the game. So Trunks has been fluctuating. I don't know why my screen is messing up here. Flunks has... Flunks. Dude, it's so late. Trunks has been fluctuating in rankings. You know, at first, Blue Boys, when they came out, Blue Boys was obviously better. And then even when I did the last tier list that you guys seen, I rated Trunks kind of okay. But now with, like, a lot of very powerful red units emerging, MUI Goku being insane, the droids being red, primarily with this 17. Obviously, they can change. Blues have found insane value, and I believe Trunks is a core, one of the main units on Future. I'm going to throw him at the top of S+ tier. I don't believe he's Z tier. Everything he does, I mean, he does have situational endurance, but then again, on his main team, he's going to have the endurance. He does tank. When his gauge is full, he's slicing and dicing, ultimate hitting like a truck. I think he's almost Z tier, but then again, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I would put him in Z tier comparable to the other values in Z tier, because if you take him out, right, like early, like before he fills up his gauge, he's not really doing the craziest numbers. But, you know, just on Future being the craziest team, I'm going to put him at the top of S+ tier. All right, we got Gammas 1 and 2. I mean, these guys are not really that crazy. I'd probably throw Gamma 2 somewhere in tier 1. And then I think, yeah, Gamma 1, you can actually, I've used him a couple times and only at 1 star, but LBR status. Dude, individually, I'm going to put him in tier 1 right now. I could put him in S tier, I feel like. I'm confident enough, even though I don't use this unit heavily. I've seen him do insane things, and the crits on this unit go crazy. Androids are on the come up with droids and Cell being ridiculously powerful. Best units in the game. You could pair alongside Gamma, and that's pretty much where his value is going to go, right? He's paired alongside a couple of the best units in the game. Him individually is actually really good. His crits, and I don't know anything else that he does, but his damage just does skyrocket, especially with the support that the droids bring. But yeah, Android's meta is going to be up. You know, a lot of Android units are going to be emerging, and I do believe he's actually very powerful. Gamma 2 doesn't really impress me that much. Don't have a copy. Seen him very little. Haven't had much trouble against him. But yeah, like I said, if you do want to run Androids, Gamma 1 is actually a main on Androids. specifically for androids. And the best units in the game, we got Cell on androids. We got the best unit in the game. I'm going to put 17 in God tier. Or Android 17 and 18 in God tier. There's many reasons. I'm sure you guys know all the reasons already why, but I'm going to obviously break them down for this list. They nullify endurance for existing. They have consistent damage ramp up. If you drop combo, they're getting even more buffs. The green card is ridiculous. They're drawing cards on the green card. The 18 side green card actually takes away your vanish, and it basically locks you into combo drop, get another damage buff, potentially kill, or even rising rush, right? The droids are obnoxious. The droids shred. They have card draw speed. They heal. They take away Dragon Balls, manipulation of Dragon Balls. That's why LOE is so dang powerful, because they have such strong rush manipulation. That's another thing that I was saying about Cell, is that them together, Cell has rush manipulation as well, because he takes away Dragon Balls. But Rising Rush being broken, right? The most powerful mechanic slash, attack in the game. Any unit, any team with very powerful rush manipulations instantly up top. So LOE, Cell, droids, but I'm naming a bunch of utility. Like 17, 18 have the most utility in the entire game. Not to mention they tag switch. So every time they tag switch, they're gaining cards. They get card draw speed. They're just getting so much damage. They're taking away Dragon Balls. They're doing all these things, and you can farm a rush so damn fast with them. And when they land the green card, you know you're in a bad spot. You're in a bad spot. You land a green card, you can just combo for days and days, and you're gonna get your rush, and then you win. So best team in the game, they have pure equips, right? Future has the best support. They have the best pures. Some of the best pures. One of the best pures in the game. I know Hybrids actually technically has the best pures in the game, but with Future Gohan support, Trunks, Cell, Droids, Future being the best current team in the game. MUI, being, we're going to rate him very soon, but they shred him. They shred him. A lot of people think MUI is the best, and he could be argued. And I'm going to get to that in a second, but I do want to rate some other units first. But I do believe 17 and 18 are the best #1 unit in the game. Moving on to some other units here. I'm going to put Evolution Vegeta. Don't want to just throw these guys anywhere. I do want to take my time with them. I'm going to put Evolution Vegeta at the top of S tier. He's not that great, I'm not going to lie, but when he does ramp up, he can do stupendous damage. And then God Key's very good. Support on God Key's very good. Pair him alongside other support units like the Zenkai Vegeta here, or so on and so forth. But he does need a platinum item. I don't know. I haven't used him too much. I just know he's still runnable, but like good. I don't think he's very good, honestly. I'm trying to think like for this meta specifically. FSK is down here because there's not any teams you can use him on. But Evolution Vegeta specifically, you could throw him on God Key. You could throw him with MUI. You could throw him, on Universe Survival Saga is actually really good right now, pretty decent. But yeah, I'm gonna throw him at the top of S tier. We got Bardock here, which on release he was, I tried to cope with him, and he was actually pretty decent with the boost. But dude is not good. He's not a good unit. I'm gonna throw him right here in the middle of tier 1. He's just missing a lot. He just does no damage. He does no tanking. He has inconsistent. He does, he needs a dead ally to have endurance. And then even that, endurance doesn't matter in this meta because the strongest unit in the game nullifies endurance. And then they're red and he's yellow and he gets shredded. And he does have interesting lock-ins. He doesn't have any teams. There's Saiyans, but even then Saiyans, he needs a platinum item, and he needs it to be good because he's dead. He wasn't good on release. He was kind of okay. People that are just fans of him are going to run him, right? Me, personally, I think he has one of the better looking LF animations in the game, but I'm not going to cope and say he's anything good. But better than a lot of these other older LF units, I'd hope he is. These guys are over a year old, I think they're 2 years old, almost 2 years old. But yeah, we got a couple more to go here. We have the Ultras. We have Kid Buu. I'm going to throw Kid Buu. Where are we going to throw Kid Buu? I think we're going to throw Kid Buu above Omega. We might want to throw Kid Buu actually in S tier. I feel like he's in S tier. Cell being one of the best units in the game, being a regen unit. Some of the best units in the game being red. The droids are able to tag switch, but they are red typing. MUI's red typing. Red's getting a lot of value. he's able to be paired off. Regen is not very far from being a top team in the game, honestly. Or for a better team, I wouldn't say even top team, but like they have Cell, right? They have Cell. They just need a couple more options. Maybe the unit that comes out for Superhero will be not only Android, but also Regen if it is a Cell variant, right? Regen's going to see its way up. I think that Kid Buu could be somewhere over here. We're going to throw him somewhere in S tier. I think this is all interchangeable here in S tier, but for this meta specifically, are we really seeing, you're seeing a lot of Cell, right? I'm going to throw him either, I'll put him above Evo. Like, I'm not really feeling Evo that much, but like I said, he fits on a lot of teams, and teams are going to carry units. Metas, units have to be rated based on teams and metas, and, Kid Buu, there's Cell, right? All he needs another one partner, and you got LF Piccolo. We're going to throw LF Piccolo right next to the Kid Buu, I believe. LF Piccolo is still phenomenal. I'm going to put LF Piccolo above Kid Buu, actually, because he still does stupid damage. That green into blue, he gets his Vanish back on main. He heals, does other things. I don't really know too much, but from what I've seen, I think Regen, this LF Piccolo is very good, very slept on. But yeah, top of S tier. Super Vegito, he was a menace on release to Zenkai. I think he's okay right now. I don't think he's great. I'll probably throw him in front of Revival Gohan, behind Blue Boys. Only works really on, he works on fusions, he works on Mono Purple. You could throw him on a Saiyan setup right now with Ultra Gogeta, the Mui Goku. He has very good support. He takes a while to ramp up, but when he does ramp up, his damage is kind of stupid. Yeah, he has a long animation on his blue card, which is not the best. His buffs can just be wiped, right? I believe his buffs could just be wiped. I think he deserves over here, back end of S+ tier. Queen Jiren. Queen Jiren is not good. Unfortunately, USS getting a lot of buffs, MUI coming out. He's just not good. We're going to throw him above SSB. I think he has some value. His damage is not enough overall. He has an AoE green card, and he has the potential to feint. He has AoE ultimate, so he does damage to everyone on the team. But like I said, the droids exist, and they nullify endurance for existing. He requires a Rising Rush for his whole second unique ability to actually do anything. But then again, you are going to get rushed. It depends if you're facing droids or not, and anti-endurance is very, very common in this meta with LOE and droids being existing. I think Jiren's going to be above Evo there, but S tier nonetheless. I don't think he's good right now, unfortunately, but he isn't the worst option is where I'm getting at. We got 8 Vegeta doing nothing, absolutely nothing. I'm actually going to put 8 Vegeta pretty far back. I might actually put him in tier 1. Yellow's not being in the hottest spot right now, I'm not going to lie, because how powerful reds. We got a lot of reds running around. We got a lot of powerful blues too, so it's, it's counteractive. We got a lot of powerful colors, but Ape, bro, you're just not that good. You're not good at all, actually. He could work on LOE, right? He could work on Frieza Force. He has decent stuff. There's a lot of support to go around on LOE. Honestly, I'll throw him in the tier 1 position. I don't know. I think this Vegeta's better than him, though. I honestly think this Vegeta is better than... And I feel like I could throw this guy up a little bit more now. If we're comparing units, I feel like he's even better than Jiren right here. So we'll throw that Vegeta up here. Jiren's really... Yeah. We're going to throw this Vegeta up here. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt right now. Now that we have a little bit more of the units set into motion here. We're going to put 8 Vegeta at the top of tier 1, you guys. Like I said, not the best unit. He does have an AoE green. He does have a couple of niche things. He has that nullify cover change, I believe, off that as well. We're going to throw Super Saiyan 3. A couple of these pretty quickly. So we're 37 minutes in. Wow. Probably somewhere around here. Actually, Pure Saiyans is pretty decent right now, considering a lot of, Ultra Gogeta, MUI. If you're having just a Pure Saiyan setup, I think there's a lot more value. I'll throw Super Saiyan 3 over here. I think I could actually put him over the Bardock. Yes, I could definitely do that. Bardock, you are a sad case. Namek Goku having more value. I think I'm going to put him over the Bardock as well. Right around that area. Reds, being very prominent right now, and the way you're able to play him, he still does a ton of blue card damage. The counter. LOE being one of the best teams in the game. His platinum item, Awakened Plat, does more damage to LOE. Yeah, he's a decent Zenkai. He's a transforming unit. His stats are very high. these two guys are still pretty good, but, you know, obviously outdated for the meta. This guy's got a cover rescue. This guy has a counter. They're still good, but they're not, you know, there's a lot of units that just obviously outshine them. But yeah, this, I believe everything that I've put so far on this list. We got a couple more to rate here. Okay, so we got Goten. We're going to put him in a decent spot. I think Goten's actually really good. Pretty good. Just for this meta specifically, though, you know, Sun Family's not being ran too much. Hybrids is not being ran too much. There's a lot of very powerful hybrids. Blast-based hybrids, though. I'm going to put him above a Vegeta in Tier 1, but I'm going to leave him in Tier 1, unfortunately. He's good on Mono Purple. Is he even good on Mono Purple? I don't think so. Don't ever see him on Mono Purple. He's a bench, if anything. He has good burst damage, which is nice, but then again, like I said, his, you know, the Sun Family isn't relevant. Hybrids is okay right now. A lot of the hybrid, you know, units that you would run on hybrids are being ran on Future Gohan, Future Trunks. Revival Gohan, you obviously could throw him on movies. Goten's okay. Goten's in an okay spot. We got Gogeta 4. A lot of people, you know, want to still praise this guy. Don't know if I would keep him in Z tier, honestly. I don't believe I would keep him in Z tier. I think I'm going to put him right under Sword of Hope Trunks right now. I think this is a very fair spot considering how... what am I doing here? What did I just do? I think the Gogeta 4 spot is fair because Fusions is not in the best spot. GT's not in a good spot at all. Saiyans is actually the one arguable team you can run a lot of Saiyan units together and it'd be really good. He still nukes on the ultimate. Nullifies. Endurance, obviously, that's really good. Blast armor with the field control. Teams are just not right there. He does have the cover changes, which is really good. The green card's actually phenomenal. He's a great unit. He just dies out too quick in the match, and he doesn't have a lot of usages endgame. So, UI Omen Goku could be actually paired very well alongside the new MUI Goku. And I'm going to throw him behind these guys right here. So he's like somewhere in tier 1. Not a great option. Doesn't do much damage. Doesn't tank. Can't tank for his life. However, Godkey's a fantastic team. You can give him a lot of support. He's mainly there to stall, and you know, if you're not able to get touched, you can remain with priority. Get Dragon Balls, farm rushes, stuff like that. I am parched, dude. But yeah, tier 1. I think that's a fair spot for him. We got Corrupted CMZ. He's very, very good. Reds being still very valuable. Him fitting on many teams. Best team in the game is Future. CMZ is still a great option. There's a lot of better Reds right now. Droids, you know, kind of takes his spot on that. But if you want to run double Reds, it's definitely not the worst team. I think I'm going to put him right there. Like in the middle of S plus tiers where I really see him at. Let me see, because droids really have his spot right now. I'm not going to lie to you guys. A lot of blues have emerged since there's a lot of reds. So, this is what you guys are seeing right here. I think CMZ does deserve the S plus tier, but it is, you know, he's behind the Blue Beerus, the Frieza, Future Gohan. Droids, you're just going to be running droids over everything on Future. Or you're going to be running, you know, powerful opponents. You're still going to be using droids, right? I think CMZ has just been replaced pretty much, but you could still run that double red combo. Very, very good. He nullifies, you know, obviously you lock in with the green card. The blue hits really hard. He's kind of squishy. His ultimate nukes, by the way. If you build them correctly, his ultimate nukes. Like I said, a lot of pure equips on Future. A lot of reasonings. He's highly ranked like that. And to close it off, we have both summonable ultras, and we have the new MUI. Kaioken used to be number 1, right? On release, I'm going to throw him God tier behind 17 and 18. I'm going to explain why he's good, even though you guys already know. He's, you know, consistently getting green cards every time he fills his gauge. He's getting vanishes back. He's healing. He locks in strikes. He does so many things. He has card draw speed. He has double card draw speed when he uses his vanish, right? He's crazy. And he fits on God Key, one of the best teams in the game. Has a lot of support. And then, yeah, I mean, you're not really running him at the moment too much because of how powerful Reds are. The droids are out there. MUI Goku's out there. I actually, in my previous tier list, had Kaioken ranked over Ultra Gogeta, but now how the meta has shifted a little bit and Reds have become very powerful, I actually value the Gogeta a lot more in this meta specifically. Blues have gained so much value. That's why Trunks is a lot higher up there. Blue Revival Frieza has a ton of value as well. I'm actually going to put Revival Frieza above Gogeta 4, dude. Honestly, I do believe that this is the case. Gogeta, don't have to explain. He's kind of a brain-dead unit. He has a lot of control over the field with the blast armor. A dead ally, he locks in, and you could easily just snipe a unit last minute. MUI, Droids Red. Blue card destroys your hand. Ridiculous damage. Just kind of like brain-dead things. He doesn't have too much utility. On the green card, he nullifies cover change. But yeah, he's kind of ridiculous. And then I do want to explain my ranking for MUI. Obviously the top 5, top 6 units could be interchanged. I do believe the droids are a definitive number 1 right now within the community, and everyone can kind of agree somewhat to that. Droids at number 1, MUI is number 2. My reasoning to this is that I'm not going to rate a unit based on what a player could do with him rather than what he is capable to do at his peak. So like the absolute best MUI player will not be touched. Will have the counters at the right time, be able to PV at the right time, be able to just efficiently use this unit. And I think if you're able to have that much control over the field, he has more value than Ultra Gogeta and Kaioken Goku, or he's just at a higher position. He has more pressure. A lot of people are deciding to play passive with him and lay back and just use the counters. And some games those plays are necessary. However, you don't always want to be playing like that. You definitely want to be switching it up and know when to switch it up, and the potential that he has is just ridiculous. His raw damage is crazy. You can actually build him strike or blast. A lot of the top units you could actually build either way, and they're going to be doing loads of damage. Not the Ultra Gogeta so much. He's mainly strike, but even the Kaioken, you can build them both strike and blast oriented. MUI, he obviously has the auto counter. So with the gauge, if the enemy is going for a strike or blast card, then he's gonna dodge it, counter, do free damage. He has the clash win, the automatic clash win. You don't have to actually clash. If you clash a strike with him, he automatically wins and he gains priority. So his blue card hits really hard. His ultimate is one of the hardest hitting ults in the game as well. Hits like a freaking truck. Other nifty things, he fits on the best team in the game with droids and Whis. That's why Whis is so high, because the support, the green cards, the green actually fills up his gauge, which is gauge, free damage. Free damage. You don't have to do anything. You just float around and auto counter. I think he is very, very powerful. He's very good. Right now he's still boosted, however, so things might change depending on when his boost goes away. I've heard since LBR mode does not have the boost, and a lot of really good PvP players play on LBR mode specifically, just friendlies and stuff like that. He's very good in that mode as well, and there's no boost in that mode, so I do have confidence that he's going to be aging really well the way his kit's designed, and I think that this is very healthy for the game to drop units like this that you can't really decide if there's like a definitive number, even though droids are kind of that definitive right now. But from 2 to like 8 units, the top 8 units, you can definitely mix them, move them around, the top couple of them. A lot of people are going to say Ultra Gogeta's number 2. A lot of people are going to say Kaioken's number 2. Cell's number 2. Frieza's number 2. Or whatever the case, and so on and so forth. But yeah, a lot of these units can be talked about and argued, and the fact that they can be means it's healthy and that it's not a definitive opinion, right? I think the one that is definitive is that droids has just ridiculous utility, that they're just cracked. Cracked damage, cracked utility, and they're easily number 1. MUI has so much control over the field, and the peak player will be able to outperform the opposition with any movements, right? Any movements. He has a gauge. He has endurance, actually. I didn't mention, but he does have endurance when he is last stand. So, that does stand for something. I think his main teams right now is with the droids and Whis. He could also fit on Pure Saiyans, which is what I'm running on or with him for the meantime. But yeah, we got this vid running 50 minutes long now. I do hope you guys enjoyed my explanations here, but this is my final thoughts, final tier list here. Do let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me get my face out of here so you guys can really gauge what this is. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the very next one. That is late. God bless, stay frosty, boys, and I'm out.